unleash your most courageous self. And there is a method to the madness, or at least we like to pretend there is. I, along with the incredible women involved in this book, tell stories, share lessons, and pass on some insight and wisdom. My goal in all of this is to make you laugh, make you think, make you excited to embrace life, and make you eat more donuts. But before we jump in, here's a little bit on how the book is structured. How this book works. When I stopped playing for the U.S. women's national team after the 2004 Summer Olympics, I met with a small group of friends to discuss how we could merge some of our biggest passions in life: sports, silliness, and empowering others through leadership. That group, our Fab Five, me, my husband Ian Sawyers, Carrie McClellan, Edson McClellan, and Todd Smith, came up with the idea that wouldn't it be fun to merge all those things into an awesome residential sports camp that also shows girls and young women that they can do and be whatever they want. And that is how the Julie Foudy Sports Leadership Academy, we call it JFSLA, started in 2006. For more than 10 years, we have watched many young women blossom before our eyes as we mix sports and leadership with healthy craziness, yes. And throughout those years, we have also built a curriculum that revolves around these wonderful rings. We call them the JFSLA Leadership Rings. And this book will also revolve around those rings. But I can't realistically have a book and call them the JFSLA Leadership Rings. Yes, that's me snoring. So after much brainstorming and lots of coffee, I unveil to you our new rings. Cue the dramatic music. Dun 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 dun! The Empower Rings. Yes, that's what we're calling them. The Empower Rings. And I know you can't see these beautiful rings in your audio version, so I will describe them to you. Imagine it's a bullseye. And at the center of the bullseye is self. That's the first ring of leadership that we deal with. And then the next ring of empowering, get it, is team. And the next ring of empowering outside of that is school. The next ring, community. And the final empower ring is life. And here's how they work. Each ring will be a different section of this book. And each section will have corresponding chapters that speak to that section's theme. We start with the core of leadership, yourself, and then advance outward one ring at a time, with each ring representing a larger circle of empowering until we get to the last ring, life. At the end of each chapter, or sometimes in the middle just because I can, I often have a short interactive exercise one can engage in that reinforces the chapter's message. And we do some writing and reflection in a personal journal at our Leadership Academy, so I realize in an audiobook you can't do this, but I want this to be yours. I want this to be your thoughts and your guide. And I will prompt you at times to go grab a piece of paper or a journal to do that and scribble in all you want. With the crazy pace of life, we seldom take a moment to reflect on who we are and what matters to us. And I can prompt you to think about those things, but writing allows you to process that in a personal way. So make sure you stop and do just that, because no one's grading it. It's not homework or extra work, but just hopefully something fun and, most important, meaningful. Then at the end of the book, you will combine all that you have learned about being a leader for yourself and those on your team, in your school, in the community, and apply it to the big dance called life. Did someone say dance? Here we go. Section 1, Self. What? I'm fairly certain this was my face. Imagine a baby with a very surprised face. The day I discovered one of my favorite quotes of all time. The quote was, "Success isn't a matter of chance, but a matter of choice." Dr. Colleen Hacker. What? Why didn't somebody tell me this sooner? You mean I control my success, my path, my attitude? Of course I do. More appropriately, why didn't I think of this sooner? It really was a watershed moment. Suddenly, I felt empowered. I didn't see this quote until just after college, and as fate would have it, at that time I was surrounded by amazing teammates every day on the U.S. women's soccer team who taught me something perhaps even more powerful. Swap out the word success with leadership.